Guys, Legend Crazy back with another MultiVersus video here, and today we're going to be talking about the best perks to have. And obviously you got your standard perks that you unlock with the character, but when you train perks you can get access to any perk in the game that if it's not for your character, but just by leveling up. So we're going to be going over the best perks um, for offense, defense, and utility. So I'm just going to go glossary, not glossary, collection, and currently Tasman only got I'm the only guy that has the train perk option, so I'm gonna go train perks. Now, see we got here for offense. Yeah. So these are all the ones you can buy for coins and stuff that aren't unlockable via just leveling up. You actually have to like spend coins here to use them on your character. So I'll start from I'll name my top three perks for offense, defense, and utility, and why those are at the ranks they currently are. So we'll go with three first, which is Armor Crush. So I just gotta find it here real quick. Here we go. Armor Crush. So with this one, I put it at three. Can't really. I just feel the other ones are. I just believe the other ones are better. But let's go over this real quick. Armor Crush. With this equipped, your team's fully charged attacks break armor. Now, if your ally is using this ability as well, you only need to have your charge attacks up to 75%, and it'll break the armor as well. So, I mean, that's really the. It's pretty much just the description there. I can't really give a kind of like situation, but I mean, it does reduce it to 25% if you're ally, so that's also very nice. It still is extremely well, just if you're running a 1v1 charge attack breaking armor. That's gonna be nice. Coming in at 2, we have Make It Rain Dog. I believe it's right here. Okay. Your team receives 20% increased projectile speed. Now, I put this one at 2 because I believe the 1 is the best. Now, the reason this is good is because 20% increased projectile speed is very nice. But like I said before, if you're playing with a teammate, it's going to be better, and it's going to have stackable. It's going to be 25% increased projectile speed. So, the good thing about this is when you're using Shaggy, when you're using Batman, I really don't know who else uses projectiles, but those guys right there, I mean, when you're tossing your batarangs or your sandwiches, they're going to come at you 25% faster if you got a teammate. And you got to think, players that don't look at the perks before they start the game, they're not going to have that reaction time that they usually have when they're playing just someone and just they throw a sandwich, then they know when to dodge, or not dodge, but jump over it and whatnot. So I believe that's why that one's at 2. Now for number 1, I have Wildcat Brawler. Like I said, I gotta find this. I just wrote all these down and stuff, so if I could just Wildcat Brawler. Why? Here we go. So with this one is I believe this is the best offensive perk you can have. Wildcat Brawler. Your team deals 5% increased damage with melee attacks on the ground. And then it's 10% increased damage if your ally also selects this perk. And the reason I believe this is, it might not be as fancy as the other ones, but I would argue that 60 to 65% of a match is spent fighting on the ground. So having that 10% increased damage or that even 5% increased damage is going to be extremely crucial in for you to get in the ring outs before the enemies get you out. So that's why I believe this is the best, because you should be using this a lot more. Because, I mean, let's go to, what I have at 3, Armor Crush. Armor Crush, charge attacks, alright? I don't use them a whole bunch, but I know a lot of people that do get the charge attacks fully up, and with a partner, you get 75% chance. That's really well. And then I'm not a projectile guy, but people who main Shaggy, Batman, and other projectile people, they want this, and they're gonna need that because it's gonna help them just throwing the projectiles and getting the hit and whatnot. But like I said before, I believe the Wildcat Brawler is the best offensive perk because I would, like I said, I would argue that 65% of the game is spent fighting on the ground. Sure, there's people jumping and stuff, and whatnot, but it's primarily spent on the ground. Now let's head over to defense here. Now defense is not a lot of perks to choose from considered offensive. You got almost 3.5 rows there, and then defense you not even got 1.5. So coming in at number 3, I have back to back. I don't know if I can find that real quick. Back to back, back to back. Here we go. So this one is a simple, your team receives 6% reduced damage when near an ally. Now, the problem with this one is that I believe if you rock this one as a solo, you're not going to get the reduced damage because you don't have an ally. So I'm really banking on. Now you can use the other ones here because this is only at 3. There's still 2 more that are better than this. I'm just saying, if you have an ally, you get 12% reduced damage if your ally all selects this perk. Now the good thing about this is when you start the game, you spawn next to your ally, they spawn next to their ally. You know, you're mostly just running towards the middle and then starting to duke it out from there. And that 12% reduced damage is going to be quite crucial in the fact that when you guys do end up separating, you'll have less of a chance to be ringed out. I forget what the damage done to you, I guess. I don't know. So coming in at number 2, I have Kryptonian skin. I see a lot of people use this, and it's understandably why. Now, for a solo player, if you don't like the back-to-back, your team receives 4% reduced incoming damage. And then if you have a teammate, obviously it's 6% reduced damage if your ally selects this perk. Now it's going to be quite helpful because, say a solo, you're not going to get this effect of the back-to-back. So that's why the Kryptonian skin, and I know a lot of people that use it. My guy unfortunately does not level up with it, so I would have to buy this if I wanted to, which I most likely will. Kryptonian skin, that's why I have it at number 2. Just the reduced damage is going to help, because that's throughout the entire match too, and not requiring you to be near an ally. Unlike this one, where you have to be near the ally to get the reduced damage buff. Coming at number 1, I have Stronger Than Ever. Okay, here we go. Stronger Than Ever. Now, I believe this one is really, really important because your team receives armor for 5 seconds after respawning, 7 seconds if your ally also selects this perk. Now, when you respawn, having 5 to 7 seconds of just fighting other people without taking any damage is going to be very nice, because if you have, say, the what was it, armor crush from offense, right? And you have the 5-second invincibility or 7-second invincibility, and you get that just full charge off. I mean, you would have not taken any damage, and you would have broke their shield or armor, whatnot. But that's why I believe that one's at 1, because I feel like that's gonna be extremely crucial when you get a ring out. When you get a ring out in like a 1v1, you're already thinking you're going to have damage done to them, right? Maybe even close to a ring out. When you spawn and you get that 5 seconds of invincibility, I don't know if they would know that, per se, but in that time, you're going to want to try and get the person wrung out, so when they respawn, it's roughly like just the first round again, where it's a 0-0 damage almost. So that's my 3 for that. Like I said, I believe this is the best one you can have. These do very good as well. Number 2 here, Kryptonian skin. Number 3, back to back. Let's head over to utility here. Utility, I have triple jump. Now, I know a lot of people use this one as well, so it's no news. Where is it? Here we go. This is the times 3. So, this one I feel like is really nice because, say you're fighting off the map almost, or it brings you off the map when you're in the fight, and you're able to hit them, but you're out of jumps. You get that extra jump, and you're able to jump back to, say, like the wall, and then climb back up. All right, that's why it's at 3. It's nothing crazy, but it's gonna help you probably save a ring out every now and then. Coming in at number 2, I have the purest of motivations. I think it's this one. Here we go. Your team deals 15% increased damage for 10 seconds after an ally is rung out. So just having extra damage, once you lose your teammate, it's not going to obviously fill in the fact that your teammate, you know, got by getting rung out, but it's going to help you because you're going to be in a little bit of a 1v2 situation, depending where you're on the map. If you're on the ground, the teammate's going to respawn, and it's pretty much going to be a 2v2, and you have the 15% increased damage, but when they get rung out, that 15% damage is going to help you, and for 10 seconds. And then if you have a ally with the same perk, you get it for 15 seconds. So the teammates probably respawn in what, like 2 seconds ish. They can get back to you. You still got that 15 increased damage for a good bit. And now for number 1, I have Last Stand. Now this I was also going to bank on if you end up taking a lot of damage, because if you do take a lot of damage, this is going to help you very well, because without an ally, you will deal 10% increased damage after reaching 100 damage dealt on yourself, like once you have that 100 underneath your name or above your name, wherever it is. But if you have a teammate with the perk, it activates at 90 damage. So like I said, it more or less depends on whether you take a lot of damage. Like if you're able to dodge out of attacks, you're probably not going to want to use this one, just because, like I said, if you don't take damage, it's going to be quite pointless. But if you do take a lot of damage, this is going to be the perk you're going to want. Now I'll just go back over it real quick. So for utility, at number 1, I have Last Stand, right? This one right here. At number 2, I have the Purest of Motivations. At number 3, I have the Triple Jump. Head back over to defense. At number 1, I have Stronger Than Ever, right here. At number 2, Kryptonian Skin. At number 3, what the hell is back to back? Yeah, okay, so back to back is at number 3. And for offense, at number 1, we got Wildcat Brawler. If I could find that. Wildcat Brawler is number 1. At number 2, it's Make It Rain Dog. And at number 3 is going to be Armor Crush. Now, a lot of these are preference to how you play, but that's why I did list 3. I know for certain ones it may be better to use with an ally, and in certain ones you're just a solo. So, like I said, it's preference. And if this did help you at all, feel free to subscribe, leave a like. Anything is appreciated, and if you do agree with my list here, just comment down below. And if I did miss one that is like an underrated perk, let me know, and I'll check it out, and I'll give you guys a review on that. But that's gonna be all for today's video. I do appreciate everyone's support on the previous MultiVersus video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, and thanks a lot.